Hey guys, so I decided to do a little makeup routine just for like an everyday look, like when I'm going into the office. So I start with that e.l.f. Not putty, I'm sorry, Power Grip Primer. I absolutely love it. It makes your makeup stay on literally for like 12 hours. So that is my L'Oreal Infallible, and this shade is too light, but I also am using my It Cosmetics CC cream, which is too dark. So when I mix them together, it's just like a good shade for my face. And I'm just gonna blend that in. I have always used a beauty blender since I started doing makeup at least 10 years ago. Honestly, like I like how it looks sometimes with a brush, but it just, I don't know. The beauty blender for me is always a consistent blur, and I like it. Like it makes your skin look like blurry. But they do say that with like foundation brushes, you get more coverage because like it doesn't eat up as much product as like a beauty blender uses. But I do use a brush for like concealer and bronzer. I've been starting to do that lately, and I've been liking it. It's just a matter of like your preference and what you like better. So that is my e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I'm going to put some in the inner corner and on the side. That's kind of like the facelift routine I've been doing, and I really like it. I've been doing a lot less concealer because, like, as you know, like 2016 makeup was like heavy, heavy, heavy concealer and all that. And now I feel like we're getting into a time where less is more with makeup, which is great. But I mean, I still love a full glam. Don't get me wrong. So there, I'm blending my concealer with a little brush. It takes longer because I think obviously there's more product, because honestly, I am very surprised at how much product the Beauty Blender does eat up, but I do love the look of it. So I'm like torn, but I feel like I'll always be a Beauty Blender girl. So yeah, just blending out the concealer on my nose, on my forehead. And so those little dots like above and below the brow are supposed to shape your, I don't know, your forehead and kind of like lift your eyes. So I saw it on TikTok, so I've been trying it. And I've been liking how my makeup's been coming out. So I think I'll keep doing it. Yeah. And then the little sides, supposed to like lift your cheeks. And then I do around the brows. Oh, I think my mom was calling for me. And then those two little ones like on each side of my mouth, I don't know what they're supposed to do, but it looks good. So I think it's supposed to like lift your smile lines or something, or cover them. I don't know, but I like it. Okay. Then I just go back in with a beauty blender just to like make sure I have everything blended, because I have anxiety that like the brush doesn't blend it enough. But I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. And then this is my LYS bronzer. It's kind of cut like, so I feel like it kind of exploded in the drawer because it's just a little covered in product. But that's where I put my liquid contour, and I put actually, so I've been putting it on my cheek, like my cheekbones above where I usually put my bronzer. And I know that's crazy because like, I don't know, you're not supposed to do that apparently in the beauty world, but I've been doing it, and I feel like it lifts my cheeks up a lot more. Like, and you always blend like out. Like you don't want to blend down, because then it'll like, it's supposed to like, when you blend it up, it's supposed to lift your face, and when you blend it down, it's going to like sink it in. So got to be wary of that. I learned that recently, and my face, I feel like, has been looking so much better with makeup. Yeah. So my problem, like I have an issue with bronzer on my hairline because I'm blonde. Right now, it's not as much of an issue because my roots are showing. But when my hair's like freshly bleached, like I have to be so careful with the bronzer. Like I'll use a tiny little brush just to go around my forehead. Wipe my hands off with a little wipe. And then now I'm going to go with my e.l.f. Powder. What is like going on with my brain today? I'm like stuttering. I have been using a lot less powder than I used to use. Like I used to bake and just like literally intoxicate my face with powder. But now I learned, like, I've always known I've had dried skin, but baking really, I feel like everyone thought baking was just like the key to makeup, to getting it to last. Baking's really only good for people that have like oily skin. Like I have extremely dry skin. I don't think I've ever had oil, like an oil on my face in my life from like any of my body. Like I sweat and stuff, but I'm never oily, always so dry. So that's why like I use a little powder and I look dry for in like 2 seconds. And here I'm doing my brows with my Milani pomade. Honestly, I don't like doing my brows because I always feel like you have to be so precise. And we're past that where people like do their boxy brows and they like fill them in super full. I mean, you can do it if you want, but the trend now I feel like is like the feathery brows where you can see like each individual kind of hair, and I like that, but it's hard to get that look. Like I got it once and I don't know what I did, but it was amazing. And then I could never get it again. But I just bought a brow gel and I'm waiting for it to come in the mail. So hopefully that'll help. That's my Fenty Beauty. This powder is a little darker than like an under eye powder. So I put it over my liquid bronzer before I put on a little bit of powder bronzer, just so the powder bronzer blends better than just putting it straight on a cream product. And then that's my Hoola Caramel Bronzer. So yeah, the Hoola is, I throw some in the eyelids just to like wake up my eyes when I don't really want to wear eyeshadow. The Hoola Bronzer is insanely pigmented. So like literally that was like one little swoop that I also like brushed off, and it was still super, super pigmented. So you need only a little bit of that. And then I love to just like smoke out the bottom line. It's not really a smoke out, but just kind of like wake up my eyes. And yep, then I'm going to see how much I'm patting it off because it's so much product. Like, I mean, it's so pigmented. Like even I patted it off 5 times and there's still so much product going on my face. Yeah. Going in. And yeah, so this is what I do every day when I go into the office. That's my MAC blush. Take a little bit of that, throw it on the apples of the cheeks. I don't like a ton of blush on myself personally, so I'll put it on, but this blush is so pigmented that if I keep blending with the brush that I used originally with the blush, it's just going to be way too much. So I take a clean brush and I just like blend that out. The product I already have on my face. That's my e.l.f. setting spray, coconut. My friend Amber gave that to me. And then, yeah, so I'm going to take out my hair and I'm going to put in some heat protectant and just run a straightener through. I'm not doing like, I'm trying to do less and less heat when I don't need to do it because it's really bad for your hair, obviously. And if I'm going into the office, like I literally just put my hair in a clip and just like call it a day. I throw a little tiny bit of lip on, like nothing crazy. I just want some color because I feel like my lips always are like super faded. Like they just fade into my skin color and it's just like you can't see them. And then I'm just brushing my hair, you know. And then, yeah, I mean, I just honestly like, if I'm like going out and like I want to look good, like I'll section my hair and straighten it and do all that. But like when I'm going to the office and it's like 6:30 in the morning and I'm getting ready, I'm like, I'm not doing all that. So grab my hair, pull it back, pull my bangs on the front, grab a little claw clip. Oh, my leave-in conditioner. Can't forget that. So we'll do that. And yeah, then I just grab my clip and we are ready to go. So thank you guys for watching and I hope you enjoyed. And we'll do more of these soon.